Hello Pisces, and welcome to your January 2023 astrology forecast, and happy new year to you. This video is for sun, moon and rising Pisces. Your sun sign is what motivates you, moon sign is more subjective, your emotional and private life, and your rising is your external world. If you'd like to book a reading, there will be a link down below, as well as a link for appreciation of these videos. Do like and subscribe and comment down below how your January is going for you. Now, January does start off a bit slow due to the Mars retrograde and Mercury retrograde, which I also have videos on this channel about. But this is where we can feel a bit stuck, especially with the Mars retrograde. Like, things are not moving along as they should. We hit with a bit more delays. Mars is a big red light stop energy. So we could be feeling like, oh, things are not going the way I expected. Things are not going the way I want them to move. I want them to progress. So be gentle with yourself and understand that this won't last forever. Mercury retrograde can create a mental fog, miscommunication, misunderstandings, which lead to conflict, and past experiences can come back, and people from the past can re-enter our life. This is a time to reflect and review during the retrogrades. And we can feel quite aggravated and angry with the Mars retrograde. So, gentle is the word. Later in December of 2022, Jupiter moved into your second house. It was in your second house earlier in the year, and then it moved into Pisces, and then in December the 20th it moved back into the second house. And this is expansion, luck and opportunities when it comes to your money and finances in 2023 until May. So that's what you're working on. Look at your skills and talents and how you can utilize these things to bring in opportunities for you. Jupiter likes to expand, give us wisdom. So what do you need to learn to bring in more income? What skills and talents do you have? Do you need to redo your resume and put it out there? How can you connect to more clientele? These are where the opportunities come. And what you learn, Jupiter will open those doors and bring in the prosperity for you. It's really good. And you'll be also looking at what is of value and what's no longer of value within your life, and what's not of value you get rid of, and what is of value and you feel, this is useful, I can utilize this, you'll have it within your life. On the 3rd, we have Venus moving into this 12th house. This is a time of rest, rejuvenation. You can be feeling deeply emotional. Venus is about love. It also affects us financially, so it's not the ideal to spend a lot of money during that time, okay? So like, you'll find like your finances are good. It's not that it's bad, it's just not the best time when Venus is in the 12th house, because if we overdo it because we're feeling emotionally down, then it can have a repercussion, obviously. So emotionally, you might be feeling like you need to withdraw your energy. You need to spend more time alone. It is a time too, with the 12th house leads to addiction. So you have any addictions, shopping addiction can be highlighted there during that energy. So don't overshop or overspend to feel something within yourself. Allow for your emotions to come through. There's also where past lovers can re-enter your life during that time, or you might be reminiscing or thinking about past relationships. Especially, it's a time where you need some time to self. It's a healing time. You're purging, releasing, and you're feeling deeply emotional and sensitive. It's a closing out chapter of what needs to be released when it comes to love and even finance in your life, where you're like, what changes do I need to make myself feel good? Venus is where we feel good. It's luxury, it's beauty, and that's where the finances come in, and love too. A lot of self-love will be good during that time. On the 6th, we have a full moon in this 5th house. Full moons bring things to a head. It's illuminating. It gives us and reveals what is needing to be revealed. And this is happening in your 5th house, and asks you, where have you not been having fun? What creative projects you need to complete? What do you need to do when it comes to your children? If you have any kids, the full moon will highlight what needs to be released or what needs to be worked on when it comes to children. If you don't have children, this is a time where you're working on your inner child, right? And that's where the fun element comes in, because that's when we feel joy is what kids feel naturally. Think of a little 2-year-old running barefoot and having an ice cream. Complete joy. Doesn't care about the mess, right? That's the enjoyment where we need to find that within our adult self when we go through a 5th house energy where you haven't been having fun. You haven't been having enjoyment. And what brings you joy is what you'll be wanting to do with that full moon there, and release what is no longer giving you any joy. It also can affect your romantic life, where you need to change things of what romantically is not giving you any romance within your life, if you're in an existing relationship. And if you are single, this is a time where you think, I need to actually focus on my romantic life and bring more joy into my life. On the 12th, Mars will go direct in this 4th house. So if you've been rethinking, reconsidering family or home situations, or any conflicts that the Mars retrograde brought to the home and family situation, that's what it was doing during the retrograde. Now that Mars is direct, you can take action on your home and family life for betterment. What is motivating you, inspiring you to take action upon these things for its improvement and betterment. It's also very good for your emotional self and emotional well-being. On the 18th, Mercury will go direct in your 11th house, right? And it was retrograde in your 11th house, so you're rethinking the people that you associate with and how can you work together with others, thinking about teamwork. You were rethinking these things and why do maybe you don't feel like you're part of a team, or you feel iced out from a team or a social circle, right? And you might have wanted to find out why and what's going on, and maybe you couldn't and you felt like, oh, it's not really working. When Mercury goes direct, you're now thinking about ways you can communicate to the people that you socialize with and connect to. On the 20th, the sun will move into this 12th house. 21st, new moon, this 12th house. It's a time for rest and rejuvenation. This is a time where things can come to light, right? 12th house is all about giving us deeper understanding, gives us any hidden information too. And we have this clarity where we need to go within. It's a hermit kind of energy where we go within, the hermit journey, which is a spiritual journey, a journey alone of solitude that leads us to a deeper connection to our higher self, and that's the energy there. So you might be feeling like things are coming to an end, things I need to let go of, what do I need to release, how can I move along? And that's the energy of taking some time out for you, and that new moon is giving you that new energy too. On the 22nd, Uranus will go direct in the 3rd house. Uranus was retrograde, so you were rethinking the things that you were learning, you were rethinking your small distance trips that you're making within your area, rethinking the routes that you basically were using, rethinking the environment that you're in, and rethinking your projects and your communication. Now that Uranus is direct, this is where you can now take action about new ways of communicating, new ways of thinking, new ways of maybe saving some time on how you travel to work, so to speak, or how you travel, you know, to go to the mall or go shopping. You are rethinking those things, but now you can take action upon it. Then Uranus is direct. On the 27th, Venus will enter your sign, and this is really good for you. This is where you are more magnetic and charismatic. The energy is more uplifting to you. You can feel like you want to spoil yourself a little, right? It's almost birthday time. People are more also wanting to be more loving and nurturing towards you. This draws love to you. Whether you are single, you can meet people new and existing. This is where more love and appreciation is coming your way during that time, and you are loving yourself a little bit more. Thank you so much for watching, and do have a beautiful and prosperous new year.